and pledges from politicians in the Free State. We're going to focus not only on Virginia but on the broader areas affected by whatever issues that we'll be discussing today. Just before the break, we spoke to a businessman whose business was heavily affected by the closure of several mines. I asked him whether or not there was social and entrepreneurial will for the resuscitation of this part of the Free State. He said there was, but now let's find out if there is political will. Let me introduce my panel to you today. We've got Matabo Lieto. She's a member of the Provincial Executive Committee. She's representing the ANC today. Mr. Dirk Smith is the councillor for the Democratic Alliance. We have Gift May from the Congress of the People, and Susan Taliad, and she's the councillor for the Freedom Front Plus. So let's begin with the ANC. Of course, this area being an ANC municipality but a DA ward. So let's begin with you, Mayor Lieto. Is there political will to somehow revive the economy and as a result the social economic state of the people in this part of the Free State?
Thanks very much. Let me greet the viewers and say yes, indeed, there is a political will in the African National Congress to ensure that the economic situation of Virginia and the Free State in general is turned around. Because you would know that the economic financial crisis that faced South Africa in 1994 in 2008 also affected this area immensely. But I think we also know that this area of Virginia, its economy used to rely on mining in the main. And mines has scaled down now, but government of the Free State has introduced many strategies to ensure that the economy of this area is diversified. Issues of your tourism and other programs like your EPWP, where many people, young people are employed here in Virginia. Also, when the construction of houses is happening in Virginia, people get employed. Yes, indeed, those are temporary employments, but there is a political will from the African National Congress to ensure that we develop the economy of Virginia.
Let me bring in the Democratic Alliance here. I know the blame game is something that you do quite often. In this instance, though, you can't really blame the ANC for the closure of the mines and the ripple effect of the economic downward spiral in this area. Can you? But have they done enough, do you think?
Well, first of all, I think that we saw that the mines were going to close about 15 years ago already. So nothing was put in place to actually counter that. And the deterioration and so on just kept on continuing. So I think maybe some of the political parties or the people in charge thought that the mines would last forever. And then subsequently, when they opened up their eyes, the mines around the area had started closing down. So yes, I think it's a difficult situation that we are in at the moment. I think the area has hit rock bottom as far as economic viability is concerned. But there are a number of things that can be done to actually lift this town again. And it actually needs a little bit of TLC from government, and we can get this place up and running.
Let's speak to Susan Taliad now from the Freedom Front Plus. What plans do you have in place to try and revive the local economy?
From my side, thank you very much. It's important for the local government to work with citizens and groups within the community to find ways of meeting their social and economic needs. Without service delivery, there can be no improvement. For me, it's important service delivery to attract people from outside to come and invest in Machabeng and get a financial input back to Machabeng.
What needs to be done in your opinion, Mr. May?
Ayana, first of all, let me start off by saying a good morning to all your viewers. Well, first of all, I would like to contest the fact that the ANC says that they've got political will. The annual general report, in fact, contests that. It says strongly, or it proves strongly without a reasonable doubt, that the African National Congress does not have the political will to execute their oversight powers in terms of ensuring that we have progress in our region as per se. Now, in terms of what we think what can be done, first of all, the mining sector comes from is predominantly your primary sector. I think it was foreseeable and preventable to say that after a couple of years that the gold will run dry. The gold rush will finally come to an end. I think it was foreseeable for the municipality, for the Machabeng, or for the governing party, the current ruling party, to ensure that systems are put in place to ensure that people will be able to have better job opportunities going in the future. Now, what we're saying is that we need to ensure, as a Congress of People, that first of all, that we should not primarily resolve on the primary sector, but we also need to resort to the secondary sector, try to establish manufacturing companies within our municipality to ensure that people are getting employment. Secondly, people need to be reskilled, and this was something which the governing party has successfully failed, because the issue of reskilling, you cannot continuously take from Mother Earth and without putting something back. I think our community members should have been reskilled a long time ago, so that when this progress, the succession comes about, like it has come now, then at least that could have been prepared for that.
Well, let's leave it there for now. When it comes to scaling and the social development aspect, we'll tackle that a little bit later. Also speak to the issue of drugs. We touched on that a little bit earlier on the show.